Good morning and good afternoon, everybody. I'm happy to be here with you. And today it's a great pleasure for us, Asian team, to be here. And when it is Wednesday at 8 in the morning, we have a special podcast. And this podcast is the best moment for us to share our ideas and to share also our knowledges from the listeners, the viewers. And one of the things that I want to say today is Wednesday 28th, January 28th. It's a great date. And this podcast is being made by Project Unity. And as you may know, and Project Unity create a space for meaningful conversation. And these conversation really educate, inspire, and empower individuals and communities toward positive change. And in today's episode, we focus on a topic that touches all of us: stress management and well being strategies. Hey, and you may ask how stressful I am when I'm in the public eye, when I need to talk, when I need to first do something. And in a world filled with constant pressure, uncertainty, and daily responsibilities, stress has become almost unavoidable. However, how we understand stress and how we manage it can make a powerful difference in our mental, like emotional, and physical health. And through this discussion, we're going to talk a lot and to have so many ideas. But I'm not alone in this podcast. I'm the moderator, Seth, but I have other guests with me. Let me try to start welcoming them by calling Jonica Estival. And good morning, Jonica Estival.
Hello everyone, my name is Junica Estival. I am an associate at Project Unity, specializing in project management and financial project administration. Passionate about organization and strategic support, I enjoy contributing to initiatives that create positive impact. Today, I am delighted to guide you through this episode focused on well-being and stress management strategies. Yes.
Yes, good morning, Sofuni Louis, another girl.
Thank you, Mr. Vega. I am really glad to be here. Good morning, Team AD, and good afternoon, Team Kenya. My name is Sofoni Louis, and I am an associate with Project Unity. Our work focuses empowering people and community trust people's driving initiative. Today, I am looking forward to sharing simple, practical strategies that support stress management and overall well-being, but in our and everyday lives. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Sophony Louis. Good morning, Blondine Jeudi. Looks like today I'm surrounded by girls. Good morning, Blondine Jeudi.
Thank you, Mr. Brega. Good morning, Team Haiti, and good afternoon, Team Kenya. My name is Blondine Jeudi. I am an associate at Project Unity, specializing in community engagement and designing. I am also a pharmacist and seamstress. I am here to share insights on stress management and well-being and the importance of caring for mental or physical health to become stronger and more resilient. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for having you, Blondine Jeudi. And now let's welcome a guy that is with us. As we always say, save the best for the last. Good morning, Mr. Carlos.
Good morning, Mr. Brigger. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me today, and greetings to all our listeners and viewers around the world. A special greeting to everyone tuning in from Haiti. My name is Carlos Metilus, an associate at Project Trinity, an economist by training, actively involved in technology-driven and data-focused development projects. It's truly an honor to speak live on Facebook and YouTube about a topic that touches all of us: stress management and well-being. Nan moun rapid sa nan vi jodi a, kit nap travay a distance ou an prezensyel, jere proje, ensegnye ou so a konstruy biznis, apren ki jan pou m proteje sante mental ak emosyonel, pa an opsyon anko, disi yon nesesite, yon obligasyon. Merci encore une fois du fait que me partager espace avec nous.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Carlos. As Mr. Carlos dive into it in Creole, our mother's tongue in Haiti, and we're gonna just try to say a couple of words in Creole to welcome our Asian listeners and viewers. Jeudi à son jour spécial, j'en toujours dit le 28 janvier, nous gagnons un spécial podcast avec Team Haïti, justement, pour nous bah, idée nous sur un sujet qui est intéressant, qui c'est gestion de stress et comment nous sommes capables de chercher joindre puis meilleure façon ou bien puis bon technique pour nous lutter contre ça le stress là parce que nous avons stress quotidien, especially in Haiti and pour venir un public speaker ou bien pour son monde qui apprend la parole tout gain ça pour gérer tout qui c'est stress et même dans le travail sous pression son type de stress qui est lié. Je dis à nous allons gagner une conversation qui est extrêmement intéressante avec guest speaker nous avons femmes ou garçons avec nous qui pourra aider nous comprendre plus sur ça qui est les stress là et comment pour nous combattre avec les like how to deal with stress, daily stress at work, at home, okay, in public and so on, and we'll find some new ways of fighting with that kind of stress that we find each and every time in our lives. And as I said, uh, uh, um, Project Trinity continues its mission to promote real life perspective and valuable insight that can help us build resilience, restore balance, and live healthier lives. And this conversation is not only about managing stress, but also about learning how to take care of ourselves and one another. Donc, conversation de aujourd'hui, pas simplement justement pour nous gérer stress, mais c'est comment tout pour nous prendre soin de tête, nous, parce que ça fait partie de valeur nous-mêmes et gérer tête nous pour que nous gérer monde qui bon côté nous en tout. Donc c'est après vraiment que nous sommes capables de gérer tête nous, nous capable gérer monde qui à droite nous ou bien qui entoure nous. And nous encourager chaque monde qui a suivre nous là, quel que soit côté en Haïti, à justement continuer à partager, continuer à commenter, dis-nous tout qui ça que justement on t'a rencontré comme élément qui était plus stressant pour vous et comment t'es surmonté ça. And we invite you to stay with us, listen actively, and reflect as we explore ways to improve our well being and strengthen our capacity to face life's challenges. Yeah, and let me start asking a question with one of our guests. I'm gonna start with a girl. What is stress? This is the main question. What is stress, and how does it show up in daily life? Qui ça stressé et comment li paraît dans vie quotidienne nous? Let me ask this question with Jonica Estival. Jonica, what do you think about stress, and how does it show up in our daily life?
Thank you, Mr. Briga. For me, as a project associate, stress often appears when multiple deadlines overlap or when responsibilities increase suddenly. Stress in the body's natural reaction to demanding situations, but in my daily life, it can show up as fatigue, difficulty focusing on tasks, or tension after long periods of planning of and coordination. When these signals appear repeatedly, it means my body is telling me to slow down and reorganize. Stress pou mwen souvan paret le gen dat limit ki kole. Le gen chanjman rapide nan proje yo. Ou swa, le mwen bezwen jere plizye bagay an mem tan. Stres montre tet li lakay mwen takou fatig, mank konsentrasyon, ou swa atensyon nan kor apre yon long jounen planifikasyon. Le mwen remake sin sa yo toune souvan, mwen konen se kom kap dim pou m pran yon pose epi ranger priorite mi yo. Merci.
Yeah, thank you for this insight about how stress is and how it shows up. And I can also say there is some kind of stress that we can also find when not only when we have a deadline, also when we are delayed, like you are going to school or you are going to work, and you check your phone or your watch, you see the time is already done or arrived, and you are delayed. And you can imagine how stressful you are if you are a strict boss, and if you are a strict manager, and that's very very stressful, and it's not easy to deal with it. But the best way to deal with it is trying to get up earlier, okay, not to be in that situation because it is so stressful. And we have Blondine with us. I'd like to ask Blondine a question also about stress. Blondine, when talking about stress, we sometimes see some stress that is chronic also. And how does chronic stress deteriorate quality of life, Blondine?
Thank you, Mr. Briga. For me, chronic stress gradually drains physical and mental energy. It affects mood, decreases motivation, and reduces the ability to enjoy the present moment. Over time, individuals may feel like they are merely surviving rather than truly living. The constant tension also affects decision making, personal relationships, and overall satisfaction with life. Pour moi-même, le stress vin tourner yon pression ki pap jom sispon, li boule force ou ti kras pa ti kras. Ou ka senti ou toujou stressé, ou fatigué, et puis ou toujou fâché. Li fò pa ka même joui, moment que content yo, ça vin rendre la vie ou sans goût parce que ou ap survivre au lieu de ou ap vivre. Merci.
Yeah, thank you. When we have chronic stress, it means like we have a long stress. We This stress make us feel bad, or we feel that we are not living anymore because that damages our mental and our ways of thinking also. And but we just mentioned them. Okay, we just mentioned them, but there is some, like, some ways to manage them. Okay, how can we, like, manage these kinds of stress? So for me, what is the first essential step we can use to manage those stresses?
Thank you, Mr. Wiga, for this question. The first step is to clearly recognize your emotional and mental state without any judgment. So, accepting that you are stressed allows you to regain control. As long as stress is denied or minimized, is continues to act silently. Self-awareness is therefore the foundation of any effective strategy. So, sa, le ou gen stres, sa pa vle di ke pou ap kouri pou sa. Ok? Fok ou admet ke ou stresse. Le ou admet ke ou stresse, se pa yon signe de faiblesse. Se pa yon signe de faiblesse, men au kontrèr, se fos ke ou genye paske ou admet ke ou stresse. E le sa, wap wè chanjman koman se fet paske ou admet ke ou stresse, paske gen de bagay, gen de pozisyon ke ou pa ka fe paske ou nan mouman stres. Merci.
Yeah, thank you for this idea. Making sure that when you are under stress, you need to even recognize this and try to know how to deal with it is by listening others and create a space to try to have happiness or to ask for it, just to find it in your life. And let me go now with Mr. Carlos. Um, about stress, also the same subject, but this question is really important to ask uh, to Carlos about sustainable well-being mean. What truly sustainable well-being mean for you, Mr. Carlos?
Um, First, to understand sustainable well-being, we must define well-being itself. Well-being, ça correspond à un état de santé physique, d'équilibre émotionnel, de clarté mentale et de paix intérieure. Pour sentir stable, pour capable de fonctionner chaque jour de manière efficace. Sustainable well-being goes farther. It's the ability to maintain that balance over the long term, even we facing pressure, responsibilities, and life uncertainties. It's not about short moments of happiness, but about building habits, discipline, and support system that keep you healthy and resilient consistently. For example, as someone who balances project coordination, data work, teaching, and continuous learning, I can't rely on motivation alone. I must manage my energy, rest properly, organize my time, and take care of my mental health daily. That consistency is what creates sustainable well-being.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Carlos, for this insight about how to be well-being. And let me try with Nika now to know, when talking stress, is there like an advantage when we are stressful, or isn't there any advantage when we're stressful? Is there like a good stress in life, or there isn't? According to you, Jonica, what is the difference like between good stress and bad stress? Or if you can make the difference, that means exactly there is good stress. That means exactly there is bad stress. And how can it help us? Give us your viewpoint about this, Jenica Esteban.
In my work, good stress motivates me to stay alert, meet deadlines, and push project forward. It helps me stay productive. However, bad stress appears when pressure becomes constant, when I don't have enough time to recover, and when tasks pile up continuously. That type of chronic stress affects my clarity, my decision making, and my emotional balance. Nan travay mwen, bon stres ede m rete motive, rive sou dat limit, epi kenbe proje yo avanse. Men mouve stres, se le presyon pa jam chanje. An pil travay ansam, man krepo, ak presyon ki kontinye chak jou. Le stres rive nan nivou sa, li afekte fason mwen reflechi, desisyon mwen pran, ak balans emosyonel mwen. Se la mwen konen, mwen dwe pran soin tet mwen avan.
Ok, merci Jenica pour idée qu'on véhiculée sous stress, comment stress là aide ou avancer et comment tout les li pérenniser ou bien les li pour un bon petit temps et sous par rapport avec nombre de travail qu'on vient pour faire ou bien pour exécuter ça rend que li affaiblit ou tout. Donc ça veut dire et stress d'une part et d'autre li aider pour nous aller plus loin, pour nous faire plus effort, pour que nous réaliser ou bien accomplir tâches que nous avons pour nous accomplir. Parce que les que ou gain une tâche pour accomplir et ou gain un deadline pour accomplir, donc ça aide à faire plus effort pour pas quitter cette limite là, arriver pour pas faire. OK? Donc stress, en d'autres termes, aider quand même la vie, son élément qui balance vie, quand même. Stress is like well balanced things to support us, keep our lives and better and improve it each and every day also. Yeah, that's the best thing we can say about good stress and bad stress. And Nika, also another question for you. Um, what are the main sources of stress in today's world?
For many professionals, including myself, work-related pressure is one of the biggest sources of stress. Managing projects, ensuring financial accuracy, meeting expectations, and balancing personal responsibilities and create emotional load. Today's fast-paced lifestyle, constant connectivity, and the pressure to perform also increase stress levels. Pou mwen men, ak an pil profesyonel jodi a, prinsipal sous stres yo se presyon travay, responsabilite fami nou, ak vites la vi moden nan. Travay nan jere proje mande an pil konsentrasyon, bon organizasyon, epi pafwa li pote an pil presyon. Rezo sosyal yo ak komparezon sosyal tou kon ajoute sou chay la. Tout bagay sa yo fe moun senti yo toujou kourye derye tan. Merci.
Yes, merci, Janika. Pour idée que by. Thank you. That's very important. There is a like, isn't there or is there a connection between stress, mental health, physical health? I'd like to know that. And if yes, what is the connection? If there is a connection between them, between stress, mental health, and physical health. Blondin will tell us if there is a connection between us. Uh, Blondin, take the mic and talk to the world.
Thank you, Mr. Wigger. For me, world stress affects both the mind and the body. Mentally, it increases anxiety, irritability, and can lead to depression. Physically, it can trigger high blood pressure, heart problems, digestive disorders, and weakened immunity. Chronic stress creates a cycle where mental strain worsens physical health and vice versa, making overall well-being increasingly fragile. Pour moi-même, le stress la dure longtemps, li pas seulement toucher tête ou, li ka fait que ou bat fort, tension monter, li même bo votre faire mal et même fait système immunitaire vin faible. Ça qui dans tête ou a fait affecter corps et ça qui dans corps a affecter tête là. Merci.
Yeah, thank you for this. And one of the things that is popping in my mind when talking about stress also right now in a country like this, like Haiti, we are in a stressful situation where we find some insecurity problems, and we nowadays hear some bad news from Haiti. But we are not try. We trying to be better. We trying to be strong. We trying to be even some heroes in each and every time or each and every day in our daily lives. It's not easy to strengthen our our strength inside. Okay, but it's these problem or this situation makes some people even worse than we are by the way they are thinking about the problem. They keep seeing things on TVs, and they are not feeling good because of the news that they've received. And we're trying to we're trying to, how can I say that, overcome this or not thinking about it. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist, but it's there, here. And we are trying to be better. We're trying to make some effort to live not with these challenges, but to try to find a way to live against it. Okay, to find to hear some motivational things and to find to be more strengthful. And that's why we are talking about this subject, because I know there are some of you that may be depressed. Okay, there are some of you that may be in a situation that you say to yourself that you are going to live, you are not going to carry it anymore. But there is hope. Okay, you need to find. Yes, you need to find. And one of the thing is like there is a simple habits that you can do also to reduce stress on a daily basis. What simple habits that we can use or do to reduce it? So, Fonil, we take the microphone to say to the world what are the habits, especially the simple habits that every listeners or viewers that are stressful that they can do to reduce the level of stress that they have inside. Qui ça ou fait quand même comme habitude qui très simple ou bien très petit mais qui meaningful, qui gon valeur spéciale et qui apporte résultat justement, Sophie.
Okay. A simple but consistent habits have a deep impact. Quality sleep, balanced nutrition, intentional breaks during the day, and conscious breathing allow the body to naturally regulate itself. These everyday actions, often overlooked, build a strong foundation de mental stability. Donc, c'est pas gros, 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 gros solution komplike ki pi efikas. Donk, e mette disiplin la kaj, ok? Mette disiplin nan tan, fè li nan tan regilye, ok? Le ou fè sa, li ede ou jere l'esprit ou, ki kapab dire an pil tan. Tankou, bien manje, bien dormi. Ok? Paske lò fè sa, li ran l'esprit apparaît plus ou moins stable. Merci.
Merci Sophonie pour idée ça et pour habitude ça que vous bail pour chaque monde justement et répéter dans la vie chaque jour pour être capable réduire niveau stress là. Donc nous-mêmes étant podcasteurs cap parler de sujet ça va veut dire ne pas stresser, ça va veut dire situation qui passé à nous hormis de lit mais dans situation ça a tout nous essayer ouais une façon ou bien une méthode pour nous adapter nous pour nous moins temps des fois obligé moins temps des nouvelles d'une façon ou d'une autre la vinn joindre nous like ou pas qu'à avoid li pour pas attendre et nouvelles là mais ou plus nourrir l'espoir avec ça qui plus motivant et ça qui plus gagne un espoir là dedans ouais que yon joue quand même combat qui capable de changer justement pour capable et gagner une force ou bien une dimension plus pour à avancer avec niveau stress là. Let me go with Mr. Carlos. How can one build a more balanced life? Like if a person wants to get a well balanced life or more balanced life, what does that person need to do, Mr. Carlos?
Um, Thank you, Mr. Buga. That's a beautiful question. A balanced life begins with self awareness and respect for personal limits. It involves maintaining healthy routines, structuring time wisely, and ensuring that our actions align with our values and long term goals. Um, from my experience managing multiple responsibilities, academic work, remote projects, leadership roles, I learned that balance is not doing everything at once, but prioritizing what truly matters. Rest, planning, self care, and intentional work create an environment where stress is controlled instead of overwhelming. Balance is not perfection. Balance is not perfection. So it is conscious, disciplined choices every day.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Carlos, about the way we can try to be more balanced with our lives. And Junica, how long does it take you to stay a little quiet? Now, here is your question to say like, how does stress affect the body, the mind, the emotions, physically in our psyche? How does it affect us, Janika?
Stress affect me on several levels. Physically, I may feel tense or tired after long work sessions. Mentally, I may lose focus or feel overwhelmed when too many responsibilities come at once. Emotionally, stress can make me more sensitive or easily irritated. This is why maintaining balance is essential in my professional life. Stres touche mwen nan kor, nan l'esprit ak nan emosyon. Gen jou kom senti lou ou swa fatige apre yon jounen tet chaji. Gen lot lè konsentrasyon mwen diminye ou swa m senti m gen trop pou m jere. Emosyonelman, stres ka fe mwen vin sensib ou swa fache an pil. Se pou tèt sa, balans nan la vi profesyonel mwen tre important.
Good, good. Appreciate this. And Blondine, w- w- when talking about well-being, does it really mean you are out of problem, like you don't have problem, or the absence of problem? What does it mean for you, Blondine, when talking about well-being? Give us an idea about this, Blondine.
Thank you. Not at all. 3. Well-being is dynamic balance among the body, mind, emotions, and relationships. It is about the ability to management challenges while maintaining a sense of inner peace and satisfaction, rather than simply avoiding difficulties or pretending that do not excite. Bien-être pa vle di ou pa gen problem pou sa. Se kapasite ou pou kembe balans nan la vi ou, pou jere tet ou, emosyon, relasyon, menm ke bagay yo pa fasil. Se la vi avek la pe interye, pa selman absence problem. Merci.
Yeah, Blondine again. Blondine, does stress also influence the relationship that we have, the way we are bound to others? How does it affect us in that kind of level also, Blondine?
Stress reduces patient communication skills and the ability to listen actively. When under pressure, small disagreements can escalate. Empathy decreases and emotional reaction become more intense. Over time, relationships may suffer as misunderstanding multiply and support between individuals weakens. En effet, le stress fait patience diminuer, li fait entendre moins, et puis li facilite conflit dans relation, même ti bagay qui pas important, ka fait gros déblosay. Parce que l'esprit a pas ok, et même déjà émotion ou, ak corps ou, li capable créer gros dégâts. Merci.
Yeah, merci pour aider ça sur comment stress affecte non seulement nous-mêmes, mais qu'on y a lié impact sur l'autre monde, soit monde qui dans l'entourage ou, soit monde qui c'est peut-être famille ou mais qui est pas vivre même côté ensemble avec ou, gens que ou même moi bali à profusion ça que rien comme gestion de stress ou bien ça rien comme stress la caillou et gens que ou ka rendre l'autre monde et souffrir tout par rapport avec ça va endurer, ça que va vivre. Okay? Donc, c'est extrêmement important to know that stress is not only for the person that is suffering it, but it appears in others' life, the way we communicate, the way we were bound together, and the way we are. And so, for Neil, we hit the mic to talk to the world and to say something about the way we can deal with stress. Sometimes people say we need to try to take a long breath, okay, a long breath, and to meditate also because they are good to to have another motivation, to have another how can I say that, another strong power to go far. But according to you, Sophony, why are breathing and meditation are considered like such a powerful tools to deal with stress?
Okay, breathing and meditation act directly on the nervous system. So they slow the heart rate, calm the mind, and reduce internal tension. By bringing attention back to the present moment, they help break the cycle of overwhelm, trust and restore a sense of calm and clarity. Donc, lè ou kontrole respiration ou, lè sa ou voye yon mesaj bay kor. Mesaj ou voye di l fon ti pose pou l detan nou. Sa ede ou repren kontrol panse ou, ok? Whatever de so pral fe ya, ou oblije medite sou li avan. Lè ou medite sou li, lè sa ou bese tansyon ou. Li permet l'esprit ou vin calme et ou vin gen yon lot inspiration. Merci.
Yes, Sophony, you're talking good. On parle belle là. Méthode ça yo, ou bien stratégie ça yo aider en pile. Les qu'on fait pour réduire sous action, ou sous ce qu'on le fait, sous ce qu'on le dit. That's very good. Mais Sophony, on toujours qu'un micro pour nous parler avec le public là et sous rôle activité physique yo jouer tout dans la question gestion de stress, on fait petit sport. Quand même, on peut parler de ça quand même justement pour dire est-ce que ça a aidé dans la gestion de stress? Est-ce que physique là a une priorité tout sous cerveau les n'a gérer ensemble de bagages que n'a vivre entrer dans en salle de remise en forme qui ça dit pour nous étant monde qui under stress. What role does it really play in stress management? So funny, physically, I'm talking.
Okay. Physical activity is one of the most effective stress regulators. It promotes the release of endorphin, hormones associated with well-being, while helping release accumulate tension in the body. Even moderate activity when practiced regularly improve mood and resilience to stress. Donk, gede moun le yo stresse yo ale nan jim, oui se yon bon ide. Paske aktivite fizik lan li ede ou, surtout le ou stresse. Gen moun, tout moun pa jere stres yo menm jan. Gen moun se danse, gen moun tou se chante, gdo moun nan mette kas nan zori lapte de müzik epi l komanse chante. Se yon mouman ke la pase stres li. Gen moun tou ki ale nan jim, pwede wale nan jim ou jen avek lòt zami ou bay blag. Nou pase yon mouman ke le sa ou ren l'esprit an vin paret pi kalm. Fè ti mouvman regulyaman li fè yon go diferans sou kor avek l'esprit. Donk, tout moun ba jere stres yo menm jan. Yes.
Agree, Sophony. I totally agree with you. When going for a walk, then I'll font promenade. OK, ça aide gérer niveau de stress là. When meeting with people in a party or in a meeting also that help us uh, 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 to be aware of the level of stress that we have. Donc, les nous rencontrer en équipe tout, ça a aidé que nous gérer stress là. And when trying to get muscles, okay, trying to working out, j'en dis à l'un gym, soit pour nous muscler, ça aide nous entrer dans le gym non seulement musique et ouais l'autre monde qui travaille, donc ou gain l'impression que ou quitter tout problème yo dehors. Et puis ou bon l'autre qualité monde ou gon gens que ou régénérer l'esprit avec de bons bagages. These kinds of things while using your body to do things to walk to run. Yes, people love running. When they're running, their minds are doing or are thinking about some new things, and they might find new ways of dealing with some challenges that they were fighting before. That's the best thing. And now we find how important exercises are good for having a healthier life, and not only healthier life, a mental life that are not weak or can be weakened by any kinds of problems also. Let me try with Mr. Carlos now to know what role does having a sense of purpose play in stress management also. Mr. Carlos, hit the mic and tell us what role does having a sense of purpose play in stress management.
Ça, c'est une très belle question. Et qui rôle sans objectif gain dans gérer stress? D'abord, stress, c'est ça que nous avons brûlé, pression mentale et émotionnelle. Lorsque, par exemple, nous sentons, laisse à la vie demander nous, dépasser capacité nous, penser que nous gagnons pour nous capables de gérer au vrai. Le stress pas bien géré, il vide énergie, il diminue concentration nous et puis il affecte ça que nous capable de santé physique et émotionnelle. Il y a un objectif dans la vie, surtout qui clé, c'est une des outils qui plus puissant pour gérer le stress. Là, on connaît pour qui ça, par exemple, ou travail, ou étudier, ou construire projet, ou soit servir l'autre monde, difficulté yo vin gen sens au lieu que, par exemple, yo décourage. Pour moi, travail pour mettre, par exemple, économie, technologie, impact social ensemble, by tout est forme direction. Même le travail la vin lourd, difficile en pile, objectif moi yo kembe me concentrer, motiver et puis rester calme. Nda reme di si belle phrase ça. For me, that's a great sentence. Purpose transforms pressure into growth. Log objectif, li transformer stress, ça que nous avons de pression mentale et émotionnelle, en des moments de croissance, de développement. Et dans la vie, comme conseil, nous supposons gagner des objectifs qui smart. Objectif qui smart, c'est souvent une théorie, un acronyme que vous enseignez et dans la gestion, côté que yo dit nous que objectif yo doit spécifique, ça veut dire yo clairement défini, faut qu'il mesurable, ça veut dire ou dit et niveau temps, faut qu'il atteignable, faut qu'il réaliste et défini à travers le temps. Merci.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Carlos, about the way you give us some words to keep us more engaged, even if things are getting very difficult. But in the midst of the difficulty, we need to find a way, or to find a word, or to find a purpose to say to ourselves that we know what we are doing and what result we will receive from it, and we don't need to stop. We need to go forward. And one more thing, Mr. Carlos, that I'd like to say to someone that have been like burnout, after a burnout situation, how can someone what can someone do to recover? Okay, how can one recover after burnout? Donc, les moun nan fin tombe dans situation, le boule avec stress, li, qui ça le fait justement pour que li reprenne ni pour retourner sous rail li te auparavant?
Recovering from burnout requires what we call intentional action. First, will worst, ça veut dire pause réelle est vraiment nécessaire. Not just sleep, mais c'est aussi ça que nous avons appelé déconnexion mentale de toute pression que nous gagnons chaque jour. Deuxièmement, support from trust people like mentors, colleagues, friends or family. Tout ça yo aide que nous capables restaurer ça que nous capables de force émotionnelle. Troisièmement, reevaluating priorities is crucial. Dans l'expérience moi dans par exemple gérer projet, moi apprendre que lorsque on fait face avec un burn-out, souvent um, um, les venir à partir de ça que nous capables brûler et le fait que nous avons dit oui à tout ça que vous proposez nous. Recovering, recovery means slow down, reorganizing goals, and returning to activities gradually with better balance. Thank you.
Yes, good. Um, you said something that is meaningful. Like when talking about when people keep asking us for things and we are always say yes, always saying yes that we're going to do something and can make a pressure on us, especially when we can't do it as we said we will do it. And Janika, I'd like to know, there are some people, they looks like they have some problems to realize that they are stressed. For them, they might not see how stressful they are, and sometimes they are failed in their lives. Why do many people fail? Because they are not realize that they are stressed, according to you, Janika.
Many people, including myself at times, fail to notice stress because it builds us slowly. We get used to wishing, multitasking, and handling pressure until it becomes normal. But ignoring these signs can lead to burnout. This is why awareness and self-care are essential. An pile moun, même moi-même parfois, pas reconnaître stress parce que li monte piti-piti. Nap viv, nap presse, nap jere an pile bagay, et nous pran chay la comme s'il te normal. Mais qu'on a toujours voye signe fatigue, mal dormi, ak inquiétude. Le nou ignore signe sa yo, sa burnout. Burnout la ki se yon état gros fatigue mental, émotionnel ak fizik ki rive le yon moun pase trop tan an bas stress, sans pa repose asi. C'est peut-être ça moi apprendre payer attention à tête moi. Merci.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. When doing normal things, we think it's normal. However, it extends or it surpassed the level of normal. Okay, and when we have so many things, or as we can always say that in English, when we have bigger fish to fry, and we think it's our normal life, and however, it's not. Okay, you need to have time to relax, time to do things, not with pressure all the time. Okay, I say all the time. That may happen sometimes. You find pressure. Okay, and that shouldn't last for a long time. Ednika, what warning signs should never be ignored when talking about fear, also at stress?
Warning signs I personally never include constant tiredness, loss of motivation, difficulty concentrating, and emotional tension. These signs tell me it's time to rest, reorganize, or ask for support. Gen kek sign mwen pa jam ignore. Fatigue ki pa pase, motivasyon pa ka konsantre. Epi emosyon ki vin lou. Le mwen wè sa yo, mwen konen mwen dwe pran yon pause ou swa chèche si po. Merci.
Cependant, pendant la discuter sur ça qui a rapport avec stress là, on fait connaître tout. Il y a des gens qui careless. Il y a des gens qui ne pas dire rien. Il y a des gens qui pas aucun problème tout bail mais t'a marché Jean le doué marché ou bien Jean le marché, il pas problème pour lui parce que lui-même il pas vulnérable pour stress. Je dis une catégorie de monde qui vulnérable qui stressé plus facile, une catégorie de monde tout qui pas stressé. Mais monde qui pas stressé yo, des fois c'est des monde qui pas pral trop loin, si me permettez moi de dire comme ça. Okay? Some people that are careless, that don't really know what we are talking about. What does stress mean? Like some people that are under alcohol drinks, that are doing some other things, they keep destroying their lives by taking some toxic things, and they are not care about what we are talking about. And that's why Blondine Jeudi are going to say to us who are most vulnerable to stress. Who are they? Qui moun sa yo, moun ki plus vulnerable avec stress. Blondine Jeudi, hit the mic and talk to the world.
Merci. For me, young adult, parent joint, multiple responsibility, employees under heavy workloads, and individual facing financial or social insecurity are particularly vulnerable. These populations often face overlapping stressors that increase the risk of burnout, anxiety, and emotion exercise. Moun ki pi vulnerab yo, se moun ki nan la vi karyer, ou so a l'ekol, paran ki gen anpil responsabilite, moun kap travay an ba gro presyon, ou so a moun ki gen problem ekonomik yo souvan, plis sensib avek stres. Le plizye presyon akimile ansam, li fasil pou yo fatige mentalman e fizikman. Mersi.
Yeah. Donc, yon moun ki gen rêve, yon moun qui gen un côté pour aller, yon moun qui justement care de ça la endurer et moun sa yo plus joindre stress dans vie a. OK? Donc yon moun qui gen business, donc les lois business li envie faire faillite, li stressé. OK? Yon moun qui justement ap étudier, étudiant yo stressé, jeune yo stressé. Et parents yo tout, yo gen stress qui a enduré parce que yo gon paquet de responsabilités sous do yo, et a battre pour yo faire et presque en même temps, when at the same time our parents are trying to do things for us, taking care of children, especially at school, and doing things for the house and so on. Like we are all stressful, we are all under pressure, but we need to find a way to deal with it. I can say we have just found some new remedies in our podcast today. C'est un superbe moment côté que nous avons discuté sur ça qui a un rapport avec stress, comment pour nous gérer, comment le venir after being burnout, les nous fin souffrir, comment nous devons réévaluer tête nous pour nous prendre l'autre direction. Donc c'est le moment pour nous mettre fin avec ce podcast ça, parce que nous chaque qui là un bagage pour nous dire avec public nous, cher public nous qui pas jamais pas suivre nous, qui toujours bon nous attention yo. Hit the mic, talk to the world, the last word before we wrap it up.
Gérer le stress, c'est apprendre à protéger la paix intérieure nous chaque jour. Bien-être, pas un luxe, c'est une nécessité. Si j'accepte tant que respirer, prendre repos, parler de ça nous sentir, et puis mettre limite nous, aider nous rester en balance. Songer ou pas pour compte. Et puis prendre soin de tête tout, c'est pas faiblesse, c'est force. L'esprit ou en paix ou gain plus capacité pour faire face à la vie chaque jour. Nous disons merci avec tout le monde qui t'a regardé nous, qui t'a suivi bel podcast ça. Nous rendez-vous pour semaine prochaine pour notre plus bel podcast. Merci tout le monde.
Yeah, en aller.
Nou salye tout moun ki te an ba live lan. E konsey mwen pou nou, tout moun pa jere stres menm jan. Donc, le mouman stres wan, eseye jere l nan fason ki wap kapab. Bien repose ou, bien dorm, bien manger, et puis wap wè lò wap reveye avèk yon lot pensée. Merci.
Mwen salye tout moun ki an bay live lan, spesyalman tout moun ki monte pou la première fois an bay live lan, m di nou mersi. E kontinye sipote nou. E emisyon sa pase chak merkwedi 8h. Pa liye like, komante, e fe yon moun ki patisipe la den matin vive mouman sa. Mersi.
Um, my last words are your mental health is your greatest asset. Santé mentale ou c'est pi gros actif que ou gen. You have to protect it, strengthen it, and invest in it. Thank you to Project Trinity. Thank you to all listeners and viewers worldwide. Thank you so much.
Yes, you heard it. Thank you so much, guys, for being there for us, for supporting us, and thank you so much. We are now going to leave you, and let me take this time to greet all of you that were commenting. Yuzi, Jutland, Nestan, Clotilde Nestan. Uh, you were so good in commenting and help us to grow more. And goodbye, everyone. Have a nice day. See you next week.